Hi there, it's on the eve of Halloween, and I am evaluating costumes, but also just thinking more broadly about YouTube and how to be creative while also maintaining some privacy, and these are some of the strategies I'm considering. This gives it a more futuristic look. A knight costume, as you can probably tell. Pretty good, it's mobile, and you can also remove this part. And this is just a face sunscreen. It's definitely not good for Halloween because it'll be too dark, but in a room where you're recording under good lighting, it's not terrible. However, my nose is here, my mouth is here, it gets hot in here, and this is kind of also suggestive of it. I'm trying to show how hot it gets in this mask. So this is not a good strategy for YouTube because it would just be too annoying to shoot a whole video on this. Yes, you do get privacy, you do get more creative freedom, and it could be fun, but definitely not a more long-term use. This one is excellent for long-term use. It doesn't bother me at all, but it's terrible. It's very recognizable. I mean, you do need to cover more of the face for sure. You don't have to cover the eyes. I think that's okay. Anyway, so I will show a few more ideas. We're back. This is a Venetian mask, and it protects anonymity pretty well, especially while using this, but anyway, even without it, it's completely impossible to recognize someone unless you can read their retina. Alright, and it's very comfortable. You have plenty of air, even though the nose doesn't seem to have holes. There's a lot of space here, you see. You can drink, you can eat. After all, this was how it was designed back in those times, and they would have all kinds of parties at night with it, they would discuss politics with it, they would just have them all over the place, but eventually that stopped. Probably there were some improper consequences, I would guess, but anyway, it has its place, especially for Halloween, but it's comfortable. It's just really, really comfortable. This is by far an improvement over that face sunscreen. Reflection is also not there, so that's another layer that gives you a bit more anonymity, but that's not so relevant in that case. And what else to say? It's kind of annoying that you have to tie this at the back, so it's a string that you tie rather than being an elastic band, but other than that, it's pretty good. Here you can see the string. Nothing's holding it, but it still stays on the face. And there are many places to buy these kinds of masks. Not necessarily this one exactly, but very similar. I will note one disadvantage in the context of long-term use, especially if you're recording. Probably the audio quality is not so good. It's better than it would be for the other one. There is very much a blockage of sound here. So if you're trying to speak into a microphone that is farther away, that's obviously going to reduce the sound quality. That was also true of the other masks, so no shock there. You could have a wireless microphone stuck here, and that would probably be fine. It's not that scary, I suppose, but it works. Okay, and there are some others. Another mask I tried, but while it does have an elastic band, of course it's not all that anonymous. It's quite recognizable for someone that knows you. Still, it's better than nothing. I don't think a regular person in the street would ever recognize you if you wore this and they didn't know you very well. Actually, it depends on how much attention they're paying. It's time to rescue this balaclava. Is that really how you say it? It's a distressed balaclava. I'm kidding, of course. I do know what distress means in terms of the fabric. Okay. Let me try cutting and recording. Okay, you get it. I don't want to bend. There we go. This position is already not ideal. Okay, well, as far as anonymity goes, this actually seems pretty solid. I will try it, and I thought it was kind of funny too. Yeah, all you need is just some sunglasses. Feels good, comfortable, but probably again, too hot. This is the idea behind it. You can combine them. Not bad. But yeah, no hole for the mouth. So that's not comfortable. There is a hole for the nose, but that's about it. So, long-term use of this, not great. Now, I could push it down, but that would reduce the purpose of the mask. Okay. Very interesting. It's like a kaleidoscope of a mask. Nothing really fits completely well. Okay. And this is the lightest weight mask as well as the cheapest. It's just plastic. Not very comfortable. It does have holes for your nostrils, and there's a hole here too, but it gets quite hot inside. The purpose was not really Halloween. I wanted to see if I could play for green. The purpose is not to scare anybody, and it isn't even to make it a good mask. It's to, maybe I'll demonstrate this in editing. Alright, we'll see. But if you're feeling extra heat, I do have a better one than this. Alright, and you can probably tell what this is. This is my Top Goblin mask. It is not comfortable at all. It's rubbery. Stuffy inside. It's easy to see, more or less, but yeah. Even that could use some enlargement. What? Oh no, okay. There we go. Don't worry about that. Okay. So this will be off. This is a mask I saw before on YouTube, and it looks excellent. It's great in terms of privacy, but the problem is that it is very hard to see, and more than that, it's stuffy, it's hot, it's sweaty. Nah, I just can't imagine wearing this long term. There are people who've done something like that for like 10 minutes straight, and I'm just thinking, oh my god. I'm already starting to sweat a little. It's definitely a pretty bad mask. As far as long-term use, it's pretty fun for probably like 5 minutes, and then the novelty wears off, and you're stuck in an uncomfortable mask. It does look good though. I really like it as far as that goes. Okay. There we go. Yes. Relief at last. Oh. Mask that is quite good for long-term use. Has enough breathability, and it's still decent at its purpose as far as privacy goes. Obviously, it's not perfect. All right. It took some thinking to land on this one, but this is what I thought was probably the best in terms of comfort, while still maintaining its function in terms of anonymization in an imperfect way. Okay. As far as the masks go, can move too, you see. Offers the least amount of disruption. It's something of that nature. But this is probably a pretty good compromise. And where does this fit?